Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power. Welcome back to Dangerous Straits mission. We're hunting down this Kiev-class carrier. Unfortunately, the Soviets have parked some surprises on some of the Greek islands that we're passing. So we gotta be careful as we chase this thing down. We do have plenty of other strike options though, in the form of a couple of aircraft, and of course the Tomahawks mounted on the Wisconsin here. Let's get to work, sinking this carrier. The situation now looks like this. We have the A7s to the northeast of the Kiev, and the Udaloy and the Krista. Some of these guys are still running their radars, although they are already getting jammed by the prowlers over there. So it's time for these guys to now make their move. Yes, there is still an anti-air battery here, but this too is getting jammed. If they want to turn their radars on, they might, but they'll immediately get attacked by the prowlers over there. They're 23 miles out, so if something pops their ugly radar head up, we'll immediately knock it back down. Let's just get that ECM just a little better. Now, these A7s are going to move in with their Shrikes. They're only 500 feet up. At 25 miles, I can launch the AGM-45s. They might get intercepted, but they might not, seeing as they're already getting jammed. The Udaloy, the Cresta, the Kiev, and the Kara, and whatever that is in the back. In the meanwhile, Wisconsin has removed herself from the equation, at least somewhat. But she's about to make her attention known. We're going to pop a couple of cruise missiles against those anti-ship missile sites that this helicopter has been spotting. Interestingly, the helicopter cannot do anything about the anti-ship missile. And Wisconsin cannot do anything because they're too close. But now we have cruise missiles in the air. The Tomahawks are going to be nailing those cruise missile sites, allowing for the rest of the formation to move in. At least eventually, because they're still very far away. And if I want to close in and get them, it's going to take a few hours. So my biggest chance is to knock out their escorts with the A7s, and then proceed to eliminate the Kiev with cruise missiles, and potentially another wave of Harpoons mounted currently on the P3s, which are still trying to close the distance towards each other. They'll arrive there in about 6 minutes from now. As for these, I'm going to try and manually give them orders. I'm going to have a couple of missiles on the Udaloy, a couple on the Kresta, maybe a couple on the Kara if I can manage, but there's 6 miles between the Udaloy and the Kara, so that's not ideal. Let's put it that way, it's not ideal. In the meanwhile, these guys have stuck their heads back up, so let's hit them with the AGM-45. I do not appreciate these radars. They're already getting jammed. Oh, brother, you have to be kidding. That's most likely more anti-ship missile batteries. That's my expectation. Okay, so we got Shrikes away. You don't have to follow it in. It's just an anti-radiation missile. They'll find their own course as long as that radar stays active. Yep, anti-ship missile site. Lovely. Alright, these Tomahawks, I believe, are terrain following. So I can knock out these additional anti-ship missile sites using a couple more Tomahawks. Oh crap, we don't exactly know their location. These are the ones that I need to nail. That one. That one. That one. And that one. As seen by the EA6s, the EA6s there. There's quite a few missiles flying about, so I'm trying to follow the most interesting ones. No, they're hiding out near a town again. That looks like a fairly sizable site. What is that? Like a whole bunker complex. Hit. As long as I can knock out those radars, those anti-air platforms should not really be doing that much. I'm not sure if that killed it. Alright, back to the A7s. We're 29 miles out from the Udaloy. We need to get to 25. Yeah, these Tomahawks managed to evade the island just behind them. So they flew over that. That means that these two anti-ship missile sites should be dead. As for the A7s, I need to really pay attention to those by now. I got a lot of them. A lot. I could try telling them the weapon's free, but I'm worried that they'll just fire missiles at everything. or fire all their missiles at one thing, which I don't want them to do. I'm gonna split them off by now. I'm gonna disband formation. If only you could select multiple aircraft. You can't do that. That's unfortunate. Okay, you are... Like the game takes a few seconds to figure out that we're not part of a formation anymore. Yeah, okay. You. I need to target the car. Sorry, the Cresta. That's your job. With the AGM, yes. Let's schedule another attack. You're also going for the Cresta. They are running their radar, so that's fine. You're also going for the Cresta. And I want to have 2 going for the Udaloy. 1. Whoops. 2. 3. Actually, 2 should be sufficient for an Udaloy. I can save 3 for the car. So, you, and you are going to peel off. The rest of these guys, I do need to micromanage because they might decide that they also want to follow up with a cluster bomb. I don't think that's wise, but I've seen the AI do all sorts of stupid stuff. So I'd rather not have them do that. Come on, double tap it. The other strike on target as well. There you go. There's one. You still need to send your missiles. You're engaging 7037, which is not yet in range. You're out of missiles. You still have 1. You're tasking with killing off the Udaloy. The Cresta attack wave's not yet there. Very good. Peel off. These guys... 7037, missile away. Let's do that again. Good. I could probably just tell them to double tap it using missile... Actually, I'm not so sure. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so another missile against that Cresta. Away. And then the last one of you still has 1 missile, which we're going to deliver to that Cresta. Come to think of it, this last surviving flight, which has 6 strikes, I could tell them to go after the Kiev. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. These missiles are very quick at 1500 knots. Keep in mind, these guys are jammed. So it's going to make it very difficult for them to detect these missiles. I suspect Seawiz might be their last resort. If they can manage that. Now, my plan is not to go for a knockout blow. My plan is to go for, let's say, a couple of jabs against those escorts, and then go for the Kiev. But the Kiev itself isn't that good at defending itself. At least I hope it's not. Come on. Did we undersurf this ship? No, we did not. Oh, right on the radar. Living right up to expectations. That's 1 hit, and that's a hit amidships, which is good, because that might have knocked out the guidance missile, or the guidance system for those Seawiz systems. As for these, they're definitely having a bit of a hard time reaching that Cresta. That's unfortunate. I was expecting more of these. Well, one might go through. Yes. Hit a radar. They still have an air search radar, though. I'm not sure how badly I hurt these guys. Oh, it's a cash-in. Okay. They got a fire aboard. This guy's surprisingly well okay. Considering the fact that they just took 2 missiles to the face. They seem fine. My anti-ship missiles... No, my anti-ship missiles should be arriving momentarily. Again, we're gonna really bet on the... There you go, there's the train following. Going up. Then we're gonna knock out those anti-ship platforms, the Styx launchers, silkworm sights. Where is it? Just beyond the trees? Yeah, they're hiding just beyond the trees. Tomahawk doesn't care about such things. And right there. Oh, oh, beautiful delivery. So that's gone. We also have a couple more Tomahawks in the air to go for those anti-ship platforms. And now down, right? Yeah, there it is. Yep, it just course corrected. Beautiful. You missed. Damn it. Hit that one again. Yes, with the Tomahawk, if you please. Thank you. Situation aboard the Cresta. I thought they had a fire raging, but apparently they put that out very, very quick. This attack was far less effective than I'd expected. Okay. Now when I have these guys go for the Cresta again. You, and you. And the rest of that flight, like, they still got cluster bombs, but I don't think it's wise just to send these guys in with cluster bombs and hope for the best. What I could do with the cluster bombs is engage this, but that's supposedly supposedly a radar site. It could be an anti-air site as well. I don't know that yet. We did hit them with the radar, with the Shrikes from the A6Bs here. The other EA6s, where did they go? This is... Oh, that's the unnamed formation. Oh, right, they're up here. Here's the other Prowler. They're providing cover for jamming the fleet. So they're providing cover for the A7s. That's the plan. Okay, double tap that. You, double tap that. And you as well. That should do it. Give him another 6 missiles to worry about. I'm not sure how badly those radars are damaged. That massive air search is still very functional. So that's still a problem. There you go. Missiles away. A7's holding. I'm going to tell one of these guys to go for a bombing run against this radar target. Hoping that a couple of cluster bombs are going to be sufficient for that. As for these missiles, well, I hope that we can saturate the missile defenses on that Cresta. Because that thing needs to go. These are pretty capable of defending a whole fleet. So I need that thing gone. Got 6 airborne. Not really making that much of an effort yet. There's the chaff. Right? Oh, that was active sonar. I'm barely seeing any response from the Cresta at this point. Nor the Kiev, nor the Udaloy. There's the burn through. Now they can see the missiles. Now they can actually act on them. But can you stop everything? That's the question, and I doubt it. Yep, we got 1 hit, 2 hits, 3, 4, 5. Serious explosions aboard the Cresta. That could kill it. All the radars have ceased functions. Ship is still doing 20 knots, so they're slowing down. Let me see your propulsion. You still got propulsion. But at least with all your radars damaged, you might not be able to defend your formation that well. As for this cash-in, this guy is also quite capable. SAN-1. They got launcher on the bow, launcher on the stern. How am I going to deal with those guys? I need you to turn your surface search on. Get an exact location on these things. And bomb them. From here you should be able to see them yet. Oh, they might just be outside your visual range. Your radar range. Because they're on the other side of that hill. Attack. What exactly did you attack with? Wait, you hit the Kiev with an AGM-45? No. It's still that formation bug. This is Kiev class 2. It's the Cresta, but it's not the Kiev. You still had an AGM-45? Okay, that was unexpected. Go. That one and that one. I'm surprised they keep jumping around as much as they are, because at this point we not only have a visual, you'd think, we also have them on radar. There you go, now they're stationary. Okay, so you're gonna deal with that. This Cresta has seemingly lost almost all propulsion. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's gonna go down. So that leaves me with a couple of Harpoons on the P3s here. These guys are now together. The problem lies in the jamming. I need the jamming flight to relocate. Otherwise they'll not really be able to do much. That's the plan. Yeah, it's an SA-2. Okay. There's the rock eyes from the A7E. Going for that anti-air site. Come on, knock him dead. Oh yeah. Cleaned that up nicely. Hit him again, just for good measure. Cresta. Hold on, dude. You were burning. You're no longer burning? That could be a problem. Did we get that other missile site yet? No, the Tomahawk is about to arrive. The other ones are still arriving. Okay. Making good progress. We're cleaning up the missile sites. We're cleaning up the AA sites. Should probably give this bird a little bit more lead. It's these guys that I want dead, so I can push that fleet of mine through. Let's get this missile to follow. I really need that Cresta to be dead. If not, just rendered mission ineffective. That'd be great. So long as they don't start shooting my missiles down. That's my biggest concern. No, I might have lost our location for a minute, but that's fine. Let's see if this Tomahawk will do better, because the last one kind of splashed right next to it. But didn't actually hit it. There's the nice little white house. Where's the site? There's the site. Change course? Yep, that looks... Oh, well, yeah, got him. That's a very nasty spot, by the way. Because you'd be coming around the island here, and immediately they throw this thing right on top of you. Very, very nasty sight. It does have a minimum range of 4 miles, though, so in that case... I wonder just how deadly they're going to be. Yeah, see? That's 4 miles. So you clear the island. And immediately you got a Styx surprise. Very nasty. Well done, that. Okay, so I can still use this helo. And I now need to wait for that jamming flight to reposition so that they'll be able to actually kill off any potential intercepts from these ships. And potentially hit the Kiev. But I kind of doubt it. Also, I cannot resupply them. They just they just were in the scenario. There's no respawn or no resupply location. As for Wisconsin and her Tomahawks, I could try sending all 8 Tomahawks against the Kiev. Whether that will be the target, I'm not sure, because it might decide to go for another target, like the Harpoons do. RGM 109. Active radar. Yeah. It's searching a flight pattern with the deceptive maneuvers. Okay, great. But I don't need it to go after the biggest radar target, because that might very well be the Cresta or the Cashin, depending on how it's positioned inside the formation. Prowler's in position, P3's in position. Let's go strike a Kiev. Want to get a full volley? All four, going right for the Kiev. The Cashin might be able to intercept something, but, well, we'll see how it goes. As for that Cresta, I'm considering this thing mostly mission killed. Its radars have been destroyed. The ship's stationary. I don't think it's going to be able to do much. So it really leaves the Cashin, the Kara, and the Udaloy. And we have 8 Harpoons in the air. I say that, but we do need this P3 to just join the fun. Otherwise, we're going to have 2 salvos of 4. What's your story, dude? You got range. Recommend you use it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, that's better. They're a bit too much spread out for my liking, but, well, so be it. As for the anti-ship missile batteries, here we're able to get 3 out of 4. There's 1 survivor, so there's another Tomahawk on the way. I have still 1 A7E here patrolling the area, just keeping an eye on things. There is a Soviet helicopter coming down this way, and I don't really appreciate that, so we're going to give them a bit of a greeting card. Let's see where my cruiser is at. Clark, no, not the Clark. Where are my Standard Missile 2s? There. The Fox. The Fox is going to tell this helicopter that it's not welcome here. As for that Cresta, I'm kind of waiting for it to fall behind the rest of the fleet, so that it falls out of the protective bubble, and then I can still hit it with cluster bombs, probably. Oh, it restored propulsion. That was not in the plans. This thing was not to restore propulsion, it was just going to supposed to be, you know, standing by. But hey, at least it might not be able to join in the fun of intercepting all those Harpoons, that's my hope. There's the Tomahawks going for a target here, and that last anti-ship missile site, good. I really hope they're going to just ignore that Cashin and not dump 8 Harpoons into the Cashin. That would be pretty bad. As for these guys, yeah. Like, they cannot return to base. Well, I can try telling them to return to base, but they don't have a base, so there's nowhere to go. This means that we'll just have them kind of in the area as radar platforms up until the point where I guess they run out of fuel. Because they don't have a base. There's nowhere I can refuel them. Okay, let's move forward. Let's wait for those Harpoons to catch up. 5 miles out from the Cashin, you can see it over there. It is actively engaging the missiles, but just with guns for the time being. I don't mind that. The guns aren't that big of a deal. The Kiev itself also using its guns. The Cresta, completely quiet. There's nothing going on with that. Udaloy is probably going to be using its guns as well. And there's the Kara, which, while having its radars active, is not doing that much yet. Although I am expecting at least a couple of these missiles to get intercepted, which is fine. As long as a critical mass can make it through. There's their chaff. It's right about this time that I'm expecting missiles to start streaking up from ships. So far, nothing. Kiev is very well defended. It has its own protection systems. It has Seawiz, right? Yes. But by the looks of it, so far, all my missiles have survived the journey. That's about to change. Yeah, there's 1 intercepted. There's 2. Oh, come on. 3 intercepted. The last one is in pop-up phase and got intercepted while there. Crap. Okay, it looks like one of these Harpoons has decided to go after the Cashin, which I think is interesting. If I can nail the Cashin with 1 missile, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But it does mean that for now, we're going to have to rely upon either the Tomahawks or wait a few hours until the rest of the ships are going to get into range. Because we're 100 miles out and we need to be within 65 miles. My ships are doing 28 knots. These ships are doing 19, so it's going to take a few hours to catch up. Come on. Go get that Cashin. Knock that thing out. open up the way for future missile strikes. I'm pretty certain that the Kiev's going to be able to intercept all of those missiles. But this Kashin's not doing anything against this Harpoon. Got him. The Kiev is still perfectly fine. There's the Suez. Come on, just lend me one hit. Oh, we might actually get one. Yes, get in there. Yes, we'll have one. There you go. Not that one Harpoon's going to kill an aircraft carrier, but it might at least start a fire, eliminate some defensive systems, and potentially slow the ship down to a crawl so that other missiles can catch up. Okay, that was pretty good. Pretty good. The Kashin is looking pretty bad. That Udaloy is 6 miles removed from the Cresta. What are your anti-air capabilities again? 6.5 miles. So, let me draw some range circles. You got a range of 6.5. There. Akara has a range of 29 miles. Never mind. I was hoping to do a cluster bomb strike against the Cresta to just knock it out for sure. But if that Kara is able to knock out missile, or at least knock out planes at that range, I kind of doubt I'd make it through. Although the Kara is jammed. Okay, dude, you're going in for science. Dive to 300 feet. You're gonna get one wingman. Dive to 300 feet. Maybe even lower than that. Maybe 50 feet. These craft, much like the P3s, don't really have a home base. So if they are unable to go back, they're not able to get their additional strikes in. So I might as well. Kiev's burning pretty bad. The Kashin. The Kashin's done for. That looks pretty bad. They got fires in 3 different sites. We're sailing just above the waves. There's 14 miles to reach that Cresta. Activate your surface search. Engage that track. Engage that Cresta with cluster bombs. We probably have to dive up just before, but that's fine. There's a helicopter there, that's fine. Are they taking on water yet? No, they're still pretty high in the water. There's... holy moly, there's a... oh, there's yaks! Okay. That's gonna make this more interesting. If those yaks are gonna be engaging me with missiles, I have a problem. I think that's the radar from the Kara that they're picking up. And or the Kiev. Oh boy. You were supposed to be dead, but that Suez is still popping by the looks of it. Yep. Doesn't matter. Okay, why not? Go for the Kiev. It's... yeah, killed it. It's frickin' dauntless, but hey. If we can get away with it, I'm all for it. The Kashin won't stop me. I'm not sure what those yaks are up to, because those have missiles, right? They don't. Yeah, carriers need work. Because if carriers aren't actually shooting back, then what good are they? So, it's pretty straightforward, right? If you want a ship sunk, apparently you don't shoot missiles at it, you just fly an A7E right into it, and hit him with a couple of cluster bombs. Or not. Maybe not. That was the CS from the Kiev that took me out. Come on. At least get to drop range. Drop, 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 drop. Any day now. Yes, 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 yes. Good man. Yup. Too late though. Yes. Haha. Who needs Tomahawks anyway? Kiev destroyed. Because of the massive balls on this guy. Flying right into the Suez. And nailing the Kiev with a couple of cluster bombs For crying out loud. Do you still have some left? Go finish off that cash-in. Oh, that's unwelcome. Oh, we're outside of Siwa's range. We're fine. Just gun range that we have to worry about now. Oh, the cash-in's dead. How do you fancy a visit to the car? Just because we can try and have a go at that. Hold on, does that mean we can sink the whole formation using the rest of these A7s? Go for the Udaloy. Go for the Udaloy. Go for the Kara. That would be amazing. Just sinking everything as a big warning message to the Soviets. You mess with us, you get the cluster bombs. No way in hell. There's the Seaways. Is he going to survive it again? You have got to be kidding. There we go. At least he ejected. Impressive. Okay, let's get the rest of the flight. We're only 17 miles out. Flying very low. 16. 15 half. 15. 14. I'm trying to nail these guys at the same time so that they'll not really have too much time to respond to those aircraft. Surf search radar. There's another yak. If you want to nail a yak on your way through, by all means. If that Kiev had actually sent out an attack wave, or at least like a flight of yaks with missiles, this would have probably been a very different fight. There's the burning Kiev. I think the sinking Kiev at this point. We're at a height of 53 feet. These two are going for the Udaloy. The other three going for the Kara. Still registers as Kiev Class 4. They are still jammed. And they're doing surprisingly nothing. Nothing? Even your guns are quiet? Come on, you can't tell me you've expended your ammunition. I very much refuse to believe that. You have got to be kidding. I should do this more often. I'm just going to carpet bomb this car out of existence. Yeah, you might be able to shoot down 1, 2 if you get lucky, but not all 5. And they're still getting jammed. If I turn that jammer off, I think these planes are going to be dead. Ooh, there's a lot of Seaways coming up. But they're going for a different plane. Bombs away. Catch. Jesus. Oh, damn. Okay. So now, for good measure, can we pop up to 1,000 feet? And can we nail some yaks just because we can? I mean, they won't shoot back, right? The problem is, I don't think we'll see them on radar, because we got a surface search, not an air search. Yeah, see, there they are. There they are. We're only picking them up on visual. Hostile. 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 Does the AIM-9 have a minimum range? It does, but only half a mile. Salvo 2. Engage. It's a very serious case if we take no prisoners. No, I don't need a cluster bomb. Oh, man. Boom. Please, devs, give me AI that's capable of going with planes against my planes, because this flight should have been extremely dead. They had so many different opportunities to nail them. And they failed every single one. There's another dead yak. We still got 1 or 2 missiles going for the last yak. And it's gone. So. No Soviet group going to the Black Sea. You're dead. As for the Kiev, that right there is the state of the Kiev. That right there is what happens when the enemy is jammed, when missiles get through, and apparently one pilot with an enormous set of balls flies in and drops cluster bombs right on top of your deck, despite all of your defenses. I loved it. Of course, this is not exactly what should be happening, but this is something that is currently happening in build Stable 68. I'm really hoping that we'll see it change, because I don't want this to be able to happen. I want the AI to be able to launch flights from the carrier deck, for example with those Yak-38s, and immediately strike down all my A7s, potentially before they even get into strike range. But something like this, well, right now it can happen. In the future, it shouldn't. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for more.